Good evening. Welcome to the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Akojopo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmos. First, the headlines. Center LSD says Tinubu governors must prioritize funding for GBV prevention. INEC receives sensitive materials ahead of Saturday's poll in Ibadan. Hundreds eat by food poisoning in Indonesia after eating free school meals. New European football season kicks off today. Fans anticipate exciting prospects for favorite clubs. Now the details. The Office for Strategic Preparedness and Resilience has signed a memorandum of understanding with Operation Safe Corridor Nigeria to boost non-kinetic strategies for peace and security across the country. OPSC is responsible for the operation of de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration of repentant Boko Haram members stationed in Malam Sidi, Gombe State. The pact sealed between OSPRE Director General Chris Nwogodo and OPSA Coordinator Brigadier General Yusuf Ali aims to standardize approaches in disarmament, de-radicalization, rehabilitation and reintegration of ex-combatants, as well as support post-conflict recovery in affected communities. This was contained in a press statement signed today by OSPRE Program Manager Afset Matazu and obtained by Newsman. The MOU is expected to also advance victim-centered initiatives including transitional and restorative justice, trauma recovery, and capacity building for peace and security institutions. The African Center for Leadership Strategy and Development, Center LSD, has explained that President Bola Tinubu and government at all levels must prioritize funding and policy reforms for gender-based violence prevention. According to the center, the federal, state, and local governments in Nigeria need to prioritize funding and reforms to boost gender equality in Nigeria. Speaking at an event in Abuja today, the executive director of Center LSD, Dr. Otive Ibuzo, said the need to fund reforms has become necessary as part of a collective journey to end gender-based violence, GBV. According to Dr. Otive, women have been marginalized socially, economically, and politically in nearly all countries. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has received sensitive materials for the Ibadan North Federal Constituency by-election in Oyo State. The materials was received at the premises of the Central Bank of Nigeria in Ibadan, the state capital. Agidigbo FM news correspondent Oluwapemi Bamidele was at the event. Here are the details.
State, Dr. Adeni Rotela, alongside representatives of different political parties, security agents, and other stakeholders, gathered at the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN) to receive sensitive materials needed for the Ibadan North Federal Constituency by-election, scheduled to hold tomorrow, August 16, 2025. Dr. Adeni Rotela, while addressing newsmen, said the agency has inspected and received election materials that contain the ballot papers and result sheets.
Specifically to inspect and receive the election materials that contain the ballot papers and the result sheets in a bid of taking them to our respective, especially local government, INEC local government office, for a bid to distribute them to our respective registration area and eventually taking them to registration area camps, which is going to be escorted.
The resident electoral commissioner, while speaking further, said that the materials would be redistributed to polling centers, while registration center would be activated, assured residents of credible, fair and acceptable polls in the state.
we discovered that each time we conduct election, if it is being slated for 8 a.m. in the morning, we normally have a bit disruptions in a way, or delays, and it has been adduced to the early morning deployment of the early morning parade that the police normally be engaged. We now sorted it out that they should have a timely deployment of their security agencies on time, so that the movement of ad hoc personnel, the movement of the school officials will be able to get to the rack centers on time and subsequent arrive at the polling unit at the expected time.
Members of two different political parties in the state, Alhaji Olanite Tajuddin, the state secretary of your APC, and Pastor Abiodun Popola, the organizing secretary of the People's Democratic Party, expressed satisfaction with the exercise.
We are here and we've received some essential materials, that is the ballot papers, result sheets from the national headquarters of INEC. And under our supervision, we inspected it and they are making the distribution to each ward.
We are okay. We are okay. We are about moving to the local government where the materials will be distributed eventually. So we are okay with what we have seen here at the central bank. That's okay.
In his remarks, the Secretary of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Mr. Okwayemi Akande, said having checked through the materials, he expressed satisfaction with the documents received.
There's no difference in any election. Once anything we call election is election. So that is why I've been posted there to look after all the materials bringing down, and so far so good. I see there's no any error in the materials bringing down. So the numbers that are supposed to check have checked and completed. Of course, as the representative for IPAC, I am really satisfied about it.
Meanwhile, representatives of political parties participating in the election and security agencies, including the police, were at the venue of the exercise and at the distribution center located at Ibadan North Local Government. Oluwapemi Bamidele, Agidigbo FM News.
The chief imam of Agidigbo FM Central Mosque, Alhaji Zakaria Yunus Baba, has warned against partiality, describing it as a major factor that drives families, communities, and nations backward. While delivering the Jumat sermon today at the Agidigbo FM Central Mosque, Imam Yunus stressed that leaders and citizens together must refrain from partiality, praising those who do good and speaking the truth when they do wrong so they can change for the better.
Partiality is not good. Both leaders and citizens should refrain from it. Citizens should appreciate their leaders when they do good. When leaders do wrong, they should not paint it as good. Let us not twist the word of Allah in an attempt to bend it to our favor. Allah says in Quran 2 verse 258, He is not pleased with partiality. When Allah mentioned those He is not pleased with, He included partial.
The chief imam further noted that on the day of judgment, when others will pass on the path of light, those who practiced partiality will fall into darkness.
Let us be cautious and watchful of ourselves to ensure partiality is not driving us back. Let us refrain from partiality so our nation can grow. Praise those who do good and speak the truth when they do wrong, so they may change for better.
Imam Yunus therefore urged Muslims to be cautious and examine themselves, ensuring that partiality is not what is holding them back, adding that refraining from it will enable the nation to continue to grow. And now it's time to link up with our United Kingdom studio for the foreign news.
News from Agidigbo FM United Kingdom. I am Folashade Familusi. More than 360 students fell ill in Indonesia after consuming school lunch, an official said on Thursday, in the largest food poisoning case to hit President Prabowo Subianto's flagship free meal program. Since its launch in January, the free school meal program has been marred by mass food poisoning, affecting over 1,000 people. Strategic Government Chief Sijit Pabunkas told Reuters a food sample was being tested in a laboratory and they have temporarily stopped the food distribution until the lab results are back. Attorney General of the United States Pam Bondi on Thursday evening ordered D.C. Mayor and Police Department to accept Terry Cole, the head of the Drug Enforcement Agency as the District Emergency Police Commissioner and give him full control of the department during the federal takeover. DC Mayor Muriel Bosa rejected the order, writing on social media that Bondi's order formalized the federal government's control. There is no statute that conveyed the district personnel authority to a federal official. DC Attorney General Brian Schwab reviewed Bondi's order and declared it illegal, adding the Home Rule Act did not give President Donald Trump the authority to remove or replace the chief of police or alter the MPD chain of command. And that ends the news from Agidigbo FM, United Kingdom. I am Folashade Familusi.
Welcome back now to the exciting world of sports. The new European football season starts today and fans are excited about the prospect of a new season for their favorite clubs. While this enthusiasm is high for the European leagues, the same cannot be said for the local leagues as there is a recurring fan apathy towards our home league, the NPFL. Agidigbo FM news correspondent Emmanuel Sunday reports on fans' expectations and how to grow the Nigerian league.
This has been the sight at many football viewing houses across the nation after the 2024-2025 football season came to an end in May. Most fans have been eager and have been looking forward to the commencement of the new season with huge aspirations for their team and their beloved leagues. However, there is more anticipation to the commencement of the European leagues than our local leagues, and this has been a concern for the growth of the Nigerian league. Mr. Bayo Oluyemi, who owns a football viewing center, while speaking to Agidigbo FM News, says that it has not been easy running the business in the absence of European football.
Well, glory be to God. It has not been easy but I thank God that I have another thing that I'm doing to make money. Because people are not coming out to watch preseason, they are not coming out at all. But it's not been easy. But I'm very happy that the season has come again. And I believe people will coming out to watch their club matches and will bring a lot of money this season.
The viewing center owner also said that as regards the MPFL, the reason why most viewing centers don't show their matches is because the league isn't encouraging with the aesthetics and officiating.
Nigeria, all this local league like Nigeria league is not encouraging, but it's because of the way the officiator used to do sometimes, the referee and the footballer as well. That's why we don't see some people to come and watch their game for this season. That's why I believe the graphic about the referee and others, they are not doing well.
While speaking with Agidigbo FM News, a football fan, Mr. Oladeji Eniola, spoke about his expectations for the new season.
This season now, Manchester United, we won Premier League and the FA Cup.
Another football fan, Mr. Julius Onigbede, said he is anticipating the start of a new season of European football.
I don't expect more. The reason why I don't expect more from this season is that we all know the preseason they have been playing so far. And I can tell you, starting from England, I can say very soon we all know my team is the best team in the world right now because I have the World Super Cup with me. So I don't expect more. And I am the team that is going to bring the most cup this season.
A well-meaning Nigerian, Mr. Olalekan Adewumi, says that the major reason why fans do not watch the MPFL any longer as compared to the older generation is because of the standard and sponsorship.
First and foremost, let me say in the early 80s when people like us were very young then, we noticed that our father used to watch the Nigeria's league and the others, which we follow them to the stadium like Salami Stadium and Tilibadi Stadium, which plays Ibadan here in particular. The reason why people used to watch Premier League more than Nigerian League these days is that the sponsorship let me say sponsorship, and then the government running the league is not be really helpful to Nigerian leagues. And if we can have people sponsoring the league like an individual coming to the league and sponsoring the league and like an entrepreneur, those who are capable of finance the league in privatize, so it will be more helpful than getting people from other country will be watching their league instead of our own league. That would be helpful.
The excitement of the new season, especially with the surprising transfers, is sending a buzzing wave to football fans all over the world. Would the new season hit the heights of the football fans' expectations? Emmanuel Sunday, Agidigbo FM News.
Before we end the news around the world this evening, here are the headlines again. Center LSD says Tinubu governors must prioritize funding for GBV prevention. INEC receives sensitive materials ahead of Saturday's poll in Ibadan. Hundreds eat by food poisoning in Indonesia after eating free school meals. New European football season kicks off today. Fans anticipate exciting prospects for favorite clubs.
Don't forget that you can listen to us live on our website www.agidigbo887fm.com. You can also download our mobile app on the Google Play Store and iOS. Simply search for Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Follow us on Facebook at Agidigbo 88.7 FM, on Twitter and Instagram at Agidigbo 887 FM, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have news stories and tips for us, contact our newsroom on 070-8714-4865 or send us a mail on newsroom@agidigbo887fm.com.
And just before we go on the news around the world this evening, here is a quick tip. The highest reward for a person's toil is not what they get for it, but what they become by it. And with that, we've come to the end of the news around the world on the most listened to radio station, Agidigbo 88.7 FM, Ibadan. I am Olamide Badmos. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News is information, and information is power. At Agidigbo 88.7 FM, we bring the news from top to bottom.
The Oyo State government has said the over 1.5 million out of school children.
We give you reports from Oyo State.
The Oyo State House of Assembly has called for thorough investigation.
The Southwest in Nigeria and the rest of the world.
Has clarified that the body did not receive any cash support from international development.
Trust us to keep you informed every hour, every day.
Agidigbo 88.7 FM, the people's voice. Agidigbo 88.7 FM.
Agidigbo FM 88.7, ògo tó lé téńté.
jẹ́jẹ́ ńlá gbọ̀ọ̀sùn òrìṣà oko ìyá kò gìrìgbà èèyàn tí ó gbà Ṣàngó tí gbó ti jù ní ó mọ̀ ìròyìn tó gbà lè gbòkó tí ò lẹ́jà ń bá kàn nínú iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò láò ti gbọ́ kárí àgbáyé ni wọ́n ń gbọ́ wá tilé toko làágbèjò.
This is Kunle Amzat Studio, Agidigbo 88.7 FM. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn.
Níbo la ó ti gbọ́ Agidigbo? Níbo la ó ti gbọ́ Agidigbo? Ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ Agidigbo FM 88.7 la ó ti máa gbọ́.
Ẹ káalẹ́ o, àsìkò iṣẹ́ látàárọ̀. Àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa rèé fún tàlẹ́ òní láti iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò 88.7 FM Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì àkọ́kọ́ táyé ń gbọ́ jù lórí àtẹ ìgbéléwọ̀n. Títílayọ̀ Àkàndé lóníròyìn yín. Ṣáájú ẹgbẹ́ kókó tó wà nínú àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà. Àjọ tó wà fún ìṣèdarí ààtò tó gbọgbọ́n àti ìdàgbàsókè ti wí pé ààrẹ Tinubu tó ń tàwọn gómìnà ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ mójútó yíya owó sọ́tọ̀ fún dídè ìwùwà ipá sí takọtabo. Àjọ elétò ìdìbò INEC tẹ́wọ́ gba àwọn irinṣẹ́ ìdìbò tó ṣe kókó ṣáájú àtúndìbò ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta sátidé nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ èèyàn ṣe àforígbà májèlé oúnjẹ ní Indonesia lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n jẹ oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ nílé ẹ̀kọ́. Sáà tuntun ìdíje eré bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá ti ilẹ̀ òkèèrè gbìnàyà lónìí níbi àwọn olólùfẹ́ eré bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe ń gbèrò ibi tí yóò yọrí sí fún ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù wọn. Ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́. Ọ́fíìsì tó wà fún ìgbáradì àti ìpalẹ̀mọ́ fún ààtò tó gbọgbọ́n láti buwọ́ lu ìwé àdéhùn ìgbọ́ra-ẹni-yé pẹ̀lú ikọ̀ Operation Safe Corridor lórílẹ̀‐èdè yìí láti mú àgbélárugẹ bá àwọn ètò èyí tó wà fún àlàáfíà àti ètò ààbò yíká orílẹ̀‐èdè yìí. Ìgbìmọ̀ OPSC ló wà fún iṣẹ́ àtúnbí àti ìsọdọ̀tun àwọn ọmọ ikọ̀ agbésùmọ̀mí Boko Haram tí wọ́n ronúpìwàdà ní Malam Sede ní ìpínlẹ̀ Gombe. Àdéhùn yìí tó wáyé láàrin olùdarí àgbà Osprey Chris Nwogodo àti olùdarí ikọ̀ OPSC Ọ̀gágun Yusuf Ali ló wà láti ṣe ìfimúlẹ̀ àwọn ọ̀nà tí wọ́n ń gbà sọ àwọn agbésùmọ̀mí ọ̀hún di àtúnbí. Èyí ló jẹyọ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan lónìí tí alámòjútó ètò ọ̀hún Afsa Matazu buwọ́lù tó sì tẹ àwọn oníròyìn lọ́wọ́. Àjọ àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ adúláwọ̀ tó wà fún ìṣèdarí ààtò tó gbọgbọ́n àti ìdàgbàsókè ló ti ṣàlàyé pé ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí Bọ́lá Tinubu àti ìjọba ní gbogbo ìpele àti ẹ̀ka ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ fi ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀náwó àti àtúnṣe òfin ṣáájú fún dídènà ìwùwà ipá sí takọtabo. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ibùdó náà ṣe wí, ìjọba àpapọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí, ìpínlẹ̀ àtàwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n ní láti fi gbígbé bùkátà owó àti àtúnṣe òfin ṣáájú láti mú àgbélárugẹ bá ìgbógun ti ìwùwà ipá síni lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ níbi ètò kan lónìí nílùú Àbújá, olùdarí àgbà àjọ Center LSD ọ̀mọ̀wé Otive Igbuzo ó ṣàlàyé pé yíya owó tó owó sọ́tọ̀ fún àwọn àtúnṣe yìí ló ṣe pàtàkì gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe jẹ́ ara ìgbìyànjú nínú ìrìn àjò àti mú òpin dé bá ìwùwà ipá tó fi ìjẹ́ akọ àti abo ṣe. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀mọ̀wé Otive ṣe wí, ní púpọ̀ àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè tó ń bẹ lágbàáyé ni wọ́n ti fi àwọn obìnrin sọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yìn lágbọn ètò ọrọ̀ ajé, òṣèlú àtàwọn ẹ̀ka míì. Àjọ olómìnira tó ń ṣe kò kárí ètò ìdìbò lórílẹ̀-èdè yìí INEC ni wọ́n ti tẹ́wọ́ gba àwọn irinṣẹ́ ìṣètò ìdìbò fún àtúndìbò ẹkùn ìdìbò àpapọ̀ àríwá Ìbàdàn North nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́. Àwọn irinṣẹ́ náà ni wọ́n tẹ́wọ́ gbà lọ́gbà ilé ìfowópamọ́ àgbàlẹ̀ yìí tó wà nílùú Ìbàdàn. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Olúwapẹ̀mí Bámidélé wà níbi ètò ọ̀hún. Ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ ààbọ̀ ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé látẹnu Adéníkà Ìṣọ̀lá.
Kọmíṣánná fàjọ olómìnira elétò ìdìbò nípìnlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ọ̀mọ̀wé Adéníran Tẹ̀là tó ń ti àwọn aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀, àwọn ikọ̀ elétò ààbò àti gbogbo àwọn ẹni ọ̀rọ̀ kan tó kò kórajọpọ̀ sí báńkì àpapọ̀ lẹ̀ yìí láti gba àwọn ohun èlò ìdìbò èyí tó gbẹ̀gẹ́ tí wọ́n yóò lò fún àtúndìbò aṣòfin tí yóò ṣojú ẹkùn Ìbàdàn North nílẹ̀gbìmọ̀ aṣojú-ṣòfin lẹ̀ yìí èyí tí ó wáyé ní ọ̀la ọjọ́ 16 oṣù kẹjọ. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀mọ̀wé Adéníran Tẹ̀là nígbà tó ń bá àwọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀, ó ní àjọ náà ti tẹ́wọ́ gba nǹkan èlò ìdìbò tí àwọn sì ti yẹ̀ wò àwọn nǹkan bí ìwé ìdìbò àti ìwé tí wọ́n ń kọ èsì ìbò sí.
Ìkan wà tá à ń pè ní non-sensitive materials, àwọn kan wà tá à ń pè ní sensitive materials. Àwọn tó jẹ́ non-sensitive materials yẹn láti bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì láti gba gbogbo ẹ̀ tó sì jẹ́ pé tá a bá ní ká gbé sí òdiwọ̀n ó fẹ́ a lè gbé sí òdiwọ̀n 100 ní ta ti gbà. Ṣùgbọ́n abala kejì ni non-sensitive materials lè táwa ṣe lé ní tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ó máa ń jẹ́ kí gbogbo àwọn tó bá jẹ́ olóṣèlú tàbí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ olóṣèlú àtàgbófinró kan gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n pé síbi kó tó di pé àgbé kìíní ẹ̀ jáde.
Kọmíṣánná fàjọ elétò ìdìbò ọ̀hún ó ní àwọn nǹkan èlò ìdìbò náà yóò jẹ́ pínpín sí àwọn ibùdó ìforúkọsílẹ̀ lónìí pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìdánilójú fáwọn olùgbé agbègbè náà wípé ètò ìdìbò náà yóò mọ̀yán lórí tí yóò sì lọ nírọ̀wọ́rọ̀sẹ̀.
ìfikùnlukùn pẹ̀lú àwọn agbófinró àti jẹ́ ká mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti jẹ́ ká mọ àwọn ibi tí ààlà pẹ̀lú ìwòye ètò ìdìbò tá a ti ń ṣe ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àwọn ibi tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé àwọn ààlà nǹkan kan wọ́n ti máa ń jáde gbogbo rẹ̀ ni wọ́n ti ṣe ètò láti jẹ́ pé kò ní sí gbódò ń sọ.
àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú méjì ọ̀tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ yìí akọ̀wé fẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú APC Alhaji Ọlánìtẹ́ Tajudeen àti akọ̀wé àtòfẹ́gbẹ́ òṣèlú PDP Pásítọ̀ Abíọ́dún Pópóọlá àwọn náà sọ èrò wọn nípa ètò náà.
àwa béèrè wípé ètí a máa fi ṣe àpapọ̀ ìbò tí a máa fi kéde ẹni tó wọlé wọ́n jẹ́ pé yọ wá pé ó wà ní INEC office ní state léè tó jẹ́ pé a gbà pé a lọ ọbẹ̀ a lọ wò náà bó ṣe rí.
tí wàá dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ INEC àti Central Bank láti sin afẹ́ kó àwọn material yẹn sì lọ sí local government fún àwọn iṣẹ́ tó kù but ti bí tá a wá ṣe àrí ó wà dáadáa.
nínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí akọ̀wé ìgbìmọ̀ olùgbà àwọn ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú lámọ̀ràn ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọpẹ́yẹmí Akíndé ó ní lẹ́yìn tí àwọn ti yẹ àwọn ohun èlò ìdìbò náà wò inú àwọn dùn pẹ̀lú bí wọ́n ti rí gbà.
bí wọ́n ṣe kó wá tí a dẹ̀ ṣe fi ojú lámẹ̀ tó gbogbo àwọn tó yẹ kó wà ń bẹ̀ la rí pé ó wà ń bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn nọ́mbàsì tá a dẹ̀ rí pé ó yẹ kí bó ṣe yẹ káwọn nọ́mbàsì yẹn wà pátápátá ní bíbáyìí tí a wà ní CBN gbogbo tán kó wá ni ló pé pérépéré tá a sì fojú rí bíbáyìí.
bákan náà àwọn aṣojú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú tí yóò kópa nínú ètò ìdìbò náà àti àwọn elétò ààbò lára èyí tá a ti rí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ní gbogbo wọn wà níbùdó ìpín ohun èlò ìdìbò tó ń bẹ ní agbègbè ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn North. Adéníkẹ́ Ṣọlá ló ń jábọ̀ rìn fún iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò.
ìmáàmù àgbà mọ́ṣáláṣí ńlá iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò FM Alhaji Zakariya Yunus bàbá ló ti láago ìkìlọ̀ tako àìṣedéédé èyí tó ṣe àpèjúwe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ohun kan gbòógì tó ń wakọ̀ mọ̀lẹ́bí ìlú àwùjọ àti orílẹ̀-èdè padà sẹ́yìn lásìkò wáàsí ìrun Jímọ̀ tòní ní mọ́ṣáláṣí ńlá iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò Imam Yunus tẹpẹlẹ mọ́rọ̀ wípé àwọn adarí àtàwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo ni wọ́n ní láti pawọ́pọ̀ sún kúrò níbi mímọ́ fìsíbì kan ju bì kan lọ. Bákan náà ló gbóríyìn fún àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe dáadáa tí wọ́n sì máa ń gbìyànjú láti sọ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ nígbà tí wọ́n bá kọsẹ̀.
àbòsí gbogbo wa la mọ̀ o ká má ṣàbòsí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ká tẹ̀lé lánàá tọ́lọ́ bá gbélé ká má torí àpògbà fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan sọ́dọ̀ wa ká má yí ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run padà sí tọ́lọ́wọ̀n ọ̀sọ́ sí torí ìfẹ́ ẹnu ara wa àbòsí ni o ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjẹnà sí máa tú lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ àti gbogbo olúkàlùkù wa dàgbà mọ́ ṣàbòsí. Ọlọ́run sọ ní Quran 2:258 Ọlọ́run sọ ìkàgbọ́ dálábòsí máa ń kàn wọ́n sí ibi tí ọ̀dà ni Ọlọ́run ò nífẹ̀ẹ́ nígbà tọ́lọ́run máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn tó wò nífẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀kàlábòsí tọ́lọ́run bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ dá gbogbo ara bí bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ rẹ̀ gbogbo lọ́fẹ̀ẹ́ rí bí ìgbà ẹ̀jẹ̀ àjẹnà ṣàbòsí Ànábì wa sallallahu alaihi wasallam fún tó bá dijọ́ pé di àlìkìyàmà gbogbo ayé bá wà ní òmọ́lẹ̀ tẹ́ bá rọ́ náà alábòsí tó bá gbàbẹ̀ yóò dẹ̀ sùn.
ìmáàmù túbọ̀ tọ́ka sí wípé lọ́jọ́ ìdájọ́ nígbà tí oníkálukú gba ọ̀nà ìmọ́lẹ̀ kọjá ọ̀nà tó ṣókùnkùn bírímù làwọn tí wọ́n bá jẹ́ alábòsí ó gbà.
fura síra rẹ o ibi ọ̀fẹ́ gbọmọ rẹ ó dé ibi tí wọn náà fẹ́ dé sí ìsàkùsí ní fọmọ rẹ sẹ́yìn sí ìsàkùsí ní fáwọn náà sẹ́yìn èjì àparapọ̀ káfàbòsí lẹ kó lè lè wọlé gbà ẹni bá dáa ká kún un lọ́wọ́ ká má ṣàbòsí rẹ̀ ká má parọ́ tí ò ṣe mọ́ ẹni tí ọ̀gá dáa kí gbogbo ọmọ bí ọ̀dà kọ́ni dáadọ́ ni máa ń síwájú sí kálá ìdá olè sábì àìdá.
Imam Yunus ẹ̀wẹ̀ ló ti wá rọ àwọn mùsùlùmí láti ṣọ́ra ṣe kí wọ́n sì yẹ ara wọn wò láti rí i dájú pé àìṣedéédé kọ́ ló ń dí ọ̀nà mọ́ wọn. sáà tuntun ìdíje eré bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá European League ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ lónìí táwọn olólùfẹ́ eré bọ́ọ̀lù sì ń fò fáyọ̀ tí wọ́n sì ń gbèrò bí nǹkan ó ṣe lọ fún àwọn ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù wọn ní sáà tuntun yìí nígbà tí ọkàn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń pòǹgbẹ fún ìdíje yìí bákan náà kọlọ̀mọṣorí fún àwọn ìdíje tàbẹ́lé látàrí pé ìyapa ti wà látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn olólùfẹ́ eré bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá torílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà NPFL. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Samuel Sunday jábọ̀ lórí ìrètí àwọn olólùfẹ́ eré bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá àti ọ̀nà láti túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí líìgì torílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà gbéra dáadáa sí i. Kí n tó dáná dúró lórí àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa tàlẹ́ òní, ẹgbẹ́ kókó inú rẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ibùdó tó wà fún ìṣèdarí ààtò tó gbọgbọ́n àti ìdàgbàsókè ti wípé ààrẹ Tinubu àtàwọn gómìnà ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ mójútó yíya owó tọ́tọ́ sọ́tọ̀ fún dídènà ìwà ipá sí takọtabo. Àjọ elétò ìdìbò INEC tẹ́wọ́ gba àwọn irinṣẹ́ ìdìbò tó ṣe kókó ṣáájú àtúndì ìbò ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta Sátidé nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ẹgbẹ̀lẹ́gbẹ̀ èèyàn ṣe àforígbà májèlé oúnjẹ ní Indonesia lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n jẹ oúnjẹ ọ̀fẹ́ nílé ẹ̀kọ́. Sáà tuntun ìdíje eré bọ́ọ̀lù aláfẹsẹ̀gbá tilẹ̀ òkèèrè gbìnàyá níbi àwọn olólùfẹ́ eré bọ́ọ̀lù ṣe ń gbèrò ibi tí yóò yọrí sí fún ẹgbẹ́ agbábọ́ọ̀lù wọn.
Láti fi ohunkóhun tó wà létí lórí ìròyìn àti ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ gbogbo, ẹ lè pe yàrá ìròyìn wa lórí 07087144865 tàbí ẹ fi àtẹ̀jíṣẹ́ yín ṣọwọ́ sórí @887fm.com. ẹ lè kàn sí wa lórí ìtàkùn ayélujára wa www.agidigbo887fm.com láti gbọ́ wa ketekete tàbí lórí app wa. Ẹ lọ sórí Google Play Store kí ẹ download Agidigbo 88.7 FM app. Ẹ wá wa lọ sórí ìtàkùn abánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Facebook Agidigbo 88.7 FM àti abánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ Instagram @Agidigbo 887 FM. Bákan náà ẹ̀wẹ̀, ẹ lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lójú òpó YouTube wa Agidigbo 887 FM.
Ọ̀rọ̀ àmọ̀ràn wa tálẹ́ òní, èrò tó pọ̀ jùlọ fún làálàá ẹnikẹ́ni kì í ṣe ohun tí wọ́n bá rí níbẹ̀ gangan bí kì í ṣe ohun tí wọ́n bá dà látara iṣẹ́ takuntakun wọn. Ó pé àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn wa rèé fún tálẹ́ òní láti iléeṣẹ́ rédíò Àgídìgbò 88.7 FM Ìbàdàn. Ìkànnì àkọ́kọ́ táyé ń gbọ́jú lórí àtẹ ìgbéléwọ̀n. Ìyókù tún di lọ́la fún àkọ́tún ìròyìn. Títílayọ̀ Àkàndé ló ti ń ròyìn, àní súra wa o.
Níbo la ó ti gbọ́ Àgídìgbò? Níbo la ó ti gbọ́ Àgídìgbò? Ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ Àgídìgbò FM 88.7 la ó ti máa gbọ́.
Akojopo 88.7 FM.
Ó milẹ̀ títí ó sẹ́ wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́wẹ́lẹ́.